Welcome to lesson number 8. In this lesson, our company will find interesting information about how to implement a quality management system. The implementation of a quality management system implies to define the scope of the activity on which it is going to be implemented. Example: design, commercialization and provision of tourist guide services in the mountainous region of Solsona. To ensure an effective implementation, the company must define and assign responsibilities. Solsona Mountain Tours must choose between hire a quality manager or divide that responsibility among the existing staff. The direction involvement is essential, so in the implementation as in the aftercare. If it proceeds, Solsona Mountain Tours must consider the suitability of hiring punctual external support for training and/or consultancy. Because of its complexity, it is recommended establishing a work schedule and a maximum period of implementation. The implementation of a quality management system clarifies working methods and so contributes to a sustainably and well-organized company's growth. The provision of a guide touristic service is given with the independence of the technical manager. In case of absence, the quality system facilitates the quick replacement of the technician. The continuous improvement is one of the most important notions introduced by a quality management system. It compels the company to identify regularly the areas of improvement from its own experience. See attached scheme to the presentation. For example, how improving a guide touristic service, which was badly rated 3 out of 10 by the clients of the past edition. Training is a topic in any process of implantation. The intensity of this instruction depends on the workers to whom it is targeted. It is important making workers subgroups with different learning subjects. Solsona Mountain Tours must design a coherent quality system with the available resources and staff. For example, the recording of a commercial for each tourist route can be perfect from a commercial point of view, but difficult to maintain economically for all the routes. Bureaucracy should be minimized in everything that has to be documented. It is better to spend time on the analysis and the identification of improvement actions. Principles, values and aims of Solsona Mountain Tours have to be communicated to the staff of the company. It could help them to contribute to the implementation. The main processes of the company have to be documented. This measure could be helpful in reducing any possible claim. In a graphic and summarized way, it makes it easy to understand the responsibilities of each department and the interaction between them from the request of a client up to the service. The definition of concrete and measurable aims contribute to the continuous improvement of the company. For example, reducing the number of touristic routes cancelled per year by 30%. The use of statistical indicators permits to quantify the efficiency of the principal processes of the company. For example, for the sales process, clients' loyalty, number of visitors who repeats with regard to last year. To define the organizational hierarchy of the workforce and jobs, training, experience and functional requirements. It is defined as the capacity of the organization to plan the whole sequence before service. For example, dealing with a complaint, name of the tourist guide, file number, subcontractors if applicable, days of the route, visitors involved, etc. The accomplishment of periodic internal audits helps to check, by sampling, that the service is in accordance with the customer requirements and with the system defined by the company. For example, all the visitors receive the survey of satisfaction to value the service. The lack of information may cause a risk of inactivity. This risk must be minimized, for example, by defining all those necessary safety measures to prevent that any children or any adults could be lost in the mountain. The evaluation of the clients helps to control and improve the quality of our service. For example, questions about treatment received, accessibility of the staff, quality and price relation, etc. The surveys must be anonymous and voluntary. These surveys are useful to prevent staff from being unmotivated. For example, topics like treatment that you receive from your boss, is your work recognized, evaluate your working hours, etc. The staff training is not enough. Questionnaires are helpful to evaluate the efficiency of these training actions. For example, whether or not languages training of the staff are allowing Solsona Mountain Tours to provide new touristic routes in other languages. It must permit to identify small complaints, but that happen more than once or easy to be replicated that must be solved. The detailed analysis of those claims that, according to their degree of concern, they need to be followed up by the efficiency of one corrective action. Obtaining a certificate according to the ISO 9001 standard allows to obtain an official or international recognition of our quality management system. It is the most common standard among the companies. The external audit only can be carried out by a certifying body duly accredited by a national competent entity. Aspects to be evaluated: price, leadership in the tourist sector, and area of performance, domestic, international. The external audit must be planned, date and schedules. The company's staff must be informed. The external audit detects strengths, points to be improved, non-conformities, and remarks of the quality management system. Solsona Mountain Tours should have to correct them to obtain the ISO 9001 certificate. The maintenance of a quality system is divided into two types of actions. Actions that must be carried out in a very concrete period, for example, the definition of aims, the surveys of labour climate, etc. Actions that are recommended to achieve at least once a month, for example, following up the indicators of management, checking the correct definition of the working places, etc.